I still hear your laugh. I cried today, not because I'm weak, but because love, real, deep down, soul-tied love, knows how to grieve. It doesn't always show up loud. Sometimes it tiptoes in like a soft, rainy breeze, warm, salty, and uninvited. It sits with you in silence, in sighs, in the ache that wraps around your ribcage when a memory touches too deep. This morning, I didn't even want to come out of my nightie. Lord knows I almost let the whole day slip through my fingers, tangled up in reflection, in stillness, in the weight of what used to be. I found myself scrolling through your pictures again, visiting your page like I was knocking on a door you no longer answer, but I still hoped. It was supposed to be a day of celebration, a launch, a dream finally taking its first breath. But instead of flying high, I felt like I was falling low, because sometimes joy shows you her face and grief flips her over to remind you of the price. And today, grief didn't come politely. She came bold, sat herself on the edge of my bed, and whispered, "Remember that question she asked you, the one that changed your whole perspective?" And I did. I remembered. I remembered it all. Every word, every belly laugh, every "you ain't serious, babes," that came out of your mouth with sass and sweetness like only you could do it. She didn't know she was mentoring me. I didn't know I was mentoring her. We was just two women doing life in real time. No script, no titles, just showing up for each other, holding each other's hearts in the middle of messy seasons, laughing till our sides hurt, sitting in pain without needing to fix it, loving each other in pieces and still calling it whole. And sometimes I feel guilty for still needing her voice, for still hearing her in my head when I pick out outfits, when I post something bold and feel her saying, "Yup, that's my favorite cousin doing it again." For missing her when I want to clap back at life but hear her sass in my spirit saying, "Girl, behave, just not too much." Today, I wanted to stay curled up like a dumpling in broth, safe, quiet, tucked away. But something holy stirred in my spirit. It wasn't loud, it wasn't grand, just a soft, sacred nudge, like the voice of God pulling a blanket over my brokenness and whispering, "Get up, daughter, celebrate, because love never dies, and neither does legacy." So I rose, not in full strength, not in perfection, but in honor. I thanked God for the privilege of knowing her, for every unfiltered conversation, for the kind of laughter that made us forget our pain, for talking about Jesus and heartbreak and forgiveness, and that one man who swore he was husband material but couldn't even commit to texting back, for the growth we didn't realize was happening, for the healing we found in each other's presence, for time, even though it felt too short, and most of all, for the comfort that heaven isn't far off, it's home. And one day, I'll walk in and see her standing there like, "Took you long enough, now come give me a hug," and hear me good. Tomorrow, I'm gonna celebrate, because she didn't just leave, she elevated. She rose. In Jesus' name, she rose into rest. She traded earth's chaos for heaven's calm. And even though I miss her with every inhale, I know she ain't gone, just ahead. And her laugh still echoes in my soul. To anyone grieving today, if your chest feels heavy, if the memories sneak up like waves and knock the breath out of you, if you're standing in the kitchen talking to God through your tears and toast crumbs, listen to me. You are not broken. You are not weak. You're human. And grief? Grief is just love that's lost its physical place to land. So let it pass through you. Let it shake you. Let it soak you. Let it baptize you in remembrance. And then when you can, rise. Rise in honor of who they were, of who they still are, of who you became because they loved you. Laugh louder. Pray deeper. Love harder. Live fuller. Because if she could peek over heaven's edge right now, I swear she'd look down and say, "Girl, don't let grief snatch your shine. I'm good up here. You better go slay for the both of us." So I will. For her legacy, for me, and for every heart that knows the sting and still dares to dance in the rain. Reflection prompt. If the person you're grieving was sitting with you right now, coffee in hand, eyes full of life, what would you say? Write it down. Whisper it out loud. Let those words find the cracks where healing still needs to pour in.